Whereas here it's like, buy two things together and you'll pay double, you know. Hello.
No, not hello. We should be saying hola.
Hola.
Hola y bienvenidos
Hola, chicos.
a la isla de Mallorca. So we've taken the pod outside, guys, because we're going to talk about this magical island that we all love and we live in it. We're very lucky to live in Mallorca. But first, I need to introduce you to someone new. It's the new Jelly Cat. Now, if you're listening to this on audio, I highly suggest that you make a move onto YouTube or Patreon to see this. This Jelly Cat has came from Shanghai, from the Jelly Cat Shanghai Cafe. Oscar got me it.
Ridic.
This is the matcha, strawberry matcha.
I think it's got a name like Berry something.
Yes, she's beautiful.
I did try and get you, but it was impossible to get you.
Yeah, no, you have to go to the Shanghai Cafe.
I know.
So we've got her. That is my all-time. I mean,
it's your favourite for now because it's the newest one.
Last week, my favourite one was from my employee Urte, which was the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
What did you get me for my birthday? A giraffe?
I got you a giraffe and I got you the little bear.
The bear, but that's for Christmas.
That's for Christmas, exactly.
That's the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to be on and off with these sunglasses because it's a cloudy/sunny day today. So just to give you guys maybe that are watching in the UK a little insight, we're filming this currently very start of November. So this is November vibes right now in Mallorca, which is pretty nice. It was raining earlier on today.
This morning it was raining, but I mean, it wasn't like what I would say the UK vibes of weather is and the rain. I mean, here we are kind of very lucky and spoiled.
Yes, we are.
So, I mean, short sleeves.
Yeah. I'm wearing a thing with holes in it, so I'm practically t-shirt.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, if you're thinking on moving to the UK, oh no, not the UK. Yes. Jesus, no one wants to. No one wants to.
Nobody wants to be there.
If you're thinking about moving to Mallorca or you live in Mallorca, this is the episode for you. So we moved here how long ago?
We moved, the first time round, we moved when you were 3 years old.
All right, true.
Yeah. So that was back in 4 or 5, that year. And you went to nursery here.
Yeah, I went to nursery.
And then the intention was we were always going to move back and then life get in the way and life get lifey. And we didn't come back until 2004, until you were 12 by that time, 12, 13.
Yeah, I think I was about 13.
Yeah. 13, yeah.
Let's first say it's definitely the best thing that we've ever done. Like, no regrets. Also for me, like, I can say as, obviously when I was like 2 and going to, how do you call it in English?
Guarderia, nursery.
I don't remember that, but all I can go from is like pictures. I seemed to be very happy. I came back home, only spoke Spanish. My parents didn't understand me. And I think like it was really nice to have that. Yeah. And then when we moved again, I was 13. It was hard for me to change schools because I obviously had huge close friendships in the UK to all my friends, and then having to move school, especially at that age, was a bit hard. But then I absolutely loved it. Like,
it took the first visit back to Scotland for you to really appreciate what you had. Yeah. Because beforehand you kept saying, oh, it's only 59 days till we go back home, you kept saying. And then it's 57 days. And I thought, you don't realise how much you've got going on here. And it wasn't until you went back to Scotland, you met up with your friends and you were telling them about life here. And you were saying things like, yeah, when I finish school, I go and play golf. Or yeah, when I finish school, I go to the beach. Yeah. And they were sitting like, what, every day? And you were like, well, yeah, because that's what we do. And I think the penny dropped for you then. You realised, actually, what I have now is a better deal.
Yeah. God, just you saying that has like reminded me that it's so different life living here when you have a business.
But even
to when you just Don't.
But you know that, forget the business side of things. I think that also the bigger thing is when you, I mean, when I say you, I mean people in general, change the word home and where that means. Because for the longest time, even David, when he first moved out here, he kept saying, yeah, when I go home to Edinburgh, when I go home to, Scotland, when I go back to Edinburgh, and it's the minute that plane starts flying in here and you think,
God,
I'm back home, then you've moved here.
Yeah, like I am like, Mallorca is my absolute home in my soul. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's so different to like having like a 9-to-5 job to owning a business. Because when you're like, oh, we used to go to the beach, and I was like thinking, oh my God, so we did. I've not been to the beach this year.
Did you know we've got beaches here?
I know. That's the difference. But so when we first moved here, we got our like national identity card or whatever it's called, which is your NIE. So to apply for that back then was much different to applying for it now. Now, I recently have went to the, what is this office called? Like the foreign whatever office?
What, the Foreign Office?
Oh, is it called Foreign Office? Where you go to get your NIE?
Where you pick it up from?
Yeah.
No, that's just a police station. That's just...
All right, no. The place that I went to, Jesus Christ, it's like where all you like,
Yeah, it's it. It's just a police station. It's a department of the police station. It's not called anything else.
I think it's called the Foreign Office, okay? It is. It's not a police station.
Right, okay.
This is like the building where it's like really dodgy to park at.
I know.
Yeah.
And all the foreigners.
Right, yes.
Which we are.
Yes, but it's always an experience going there.
It is quite an experience.
So our biggest tip is, if you're moving here or you need anything done with documents here, just go to Mallorca Solutions in Santa Ponsa and you pay them a little fee and they will sort everything out for you. Completely worth it. Like,
yeah, because the thing is, there's so many rules now with Brexit.
Oh my God.
Because even from when, well, obviously you and I have had we've had ours for many years.
Yeah.
And when we were doing it for David, even from 1 week to the next month, give it up.
Tiger, stop licking.
They were changing the rules. We love you, but give it up.
Yeah.
So they were changing the rules because I remember we were in a situation where we thought, all right, the application can go through this way and that's great. And then they phoned us up because David's application was after the new year, and she phoned me up. I remember I was in the supermarket and she said, actually, Jennifer, these rules have now changed, and as of the 1st of January, you have to do X, Y, and Z instead of A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And I thought,
but the good thing is you had Mallorca Solutions.
But that's what I was going to say.
Without that, I do not know how people do it. Like, I actually don't know.
I think that's why you see so many people hanging about there, and they're like there with the whole family and the paperwork that they have. I mean, look at the paperwork they have. You and I rock up with our passport.
I was there last week because recently, a couple of months ago, I got robbed and I've had to like redo all of my documents, and I went to the like foreign exchange.
That's money.
Oh, right.
Honest to God.
I went to the Foreign Office and I had Mallorca Solutions there. Like, they wait for you there. There's a guy always there, and he's like, bring this, go there, wait in this queue on this side. And we went in. It was like a jungle. I was just looking at people thinking, how the hell, if you didn't have like...
But look at the paperwork they have.
Oh, I know. And they go with their
And you
families.
and I rock up with our passport.
Yeah.
And we've got the dude.
Yeah.
Ivan, I think his name is, and he's so nice, and he's so organised.
Yeah,
he's
he
got
is.
all the crap organised. He's like, paperwork, right, Lauren's here, that's the paper, Jennifer's here, that's the paper.
So Mallorca Solutions, definitely just go on it. We're not going to tell you the system, how to do it, because honestly,
we don't do it.
We don't know, to be quite honest.
No.
What is it now with your driving licence if it's from the UK?
I know, I need to do mine.
But I think now you don't have to change it.
Well, the problem I have is that I've got my German driver's licence. So I've got a Spanish ID, a British passport, and a German driving licence.
Oh, no.
Ridiculous. I know. And I need to get them changed.
Oh, no.
And it's one for the new year. I can't cope with that just now.
That'll be a Mallorca Solutions one.
Aye. Mm-hmm.
And another thing is like the schooling here. So I think the schooling has changed a lot since when I went to school. When I went to school, the only, I would say, good thing about being at school here was the languages that you would learn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't the most strict to school. Like I was in Scotland in an all-girls private school, and it was strict. Like
it was more, I would say, more structure to it, and a lot more, you know, I'm speaking from like a parent's point of view. You can probably see it different from being in the system and that. But there was, in the UK, there was a lot more structure to it. Yeah. You had a uniform to wear. You had to be exactly on time and everything. There was more, I think there was more opportunities for extra, you know, activities within the sort of school parameters.
Yeah.
My belief about the system here in school is, I'm not saying you can just rock up at whatever time of the day you want. You can't. You've got to be obviously in at a certain time and everything. But they're not as involved with like your school, your sports activities and things like that.
No.
If you're wanting that, you have to pay extra.
Back then,
yeah.
Like now it's like completely different. So now I think the school I went to BIS.
It's changed completely.
They've got uniform, I think.
Yeah, they have.
They've got uniform. Now. It's a bit. There's actually like a whole different building. Look at like Agora, how much they've invested into their football stadium. I think they've got a running thing. Like,
well, I've got friends whose their daughters. She's a footballer. That's what she loves. That's her sport. And she goes to BIS, the one that you went to out in Magaluf, and she's playing football all the time.
Really?
There's games.
Yeah, when I went, like, organised. That wasn't a thing. Like, the sports.
No, we had to, you were a member of a running club, which was separate to the school. It was nothing to do with the school.
Yeah.
And... you know, which was fine because it actually got us integrated a wee bit more with other people and things. So,
well, also was it like the Spanish life?
Yeah.
But I feel like the international schools, I mean, when I went to my school, I was like one of the only British girls in the class to begin with. Mm-hmm. And it was mainly Germans. So then... like learning German was like easier because I was hearing it all the time. And then, for example, like when there was Spanish class, you could like only speak in Spanish. Like, God forbid you asked your friend for a rubber in English. The Spanish teacher would just be like, ¿Cómo? And it's like, oh, you know. But it was like really good like that. That's what I'm saying. That was like good thing with the languages. But anything else was, it was a mess. It was a disaster.
They were very lax on things.
It was extremely lax. Yeah. But now I think it's gotten much stricter. So now I think
I think it's more, I think because now what's happened is the island has opened up a lot more. You think of the amount of, you know, the amount of German people that are here, the British people that are here, the Swedish, you know, the Danish, a lot of Swedish here, you know, and they've had to kind of up their game.
Yeah.
You know?
How much was my school back?
Your school fees so being in the UK, your school fees were £8,500
for a year.
For 1 year.
Right.
When we came here, your school fees were €5,500.
Shit, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you kind of got what you like paid for, which wasn't a lot.
So,
but now school fees here have went a lot up. So we looked into it, and it's around 12,500 to 13,000.
Yeah, I mean, your sort of average is that, you know. I mean,
we're talking about private international schools.
Yeah.
Don't know about like Spanish or like
don't know about them.
Public schools. Don't know about them. Another thing I was thinking about is bringing your car over from the UK to Mallorca. Now, I think it's a no.
I think it's a no.
For various reasons. One is, what you don't think about is the following. When you bring a car here and you're a resident here in Mallorca, you're actually not allowed to it's raining. You're actually not allowed to drive that car here in Mallorca. So, for example, like if I was driving a car from the UK here, I wouldn't be able to drive it because it's just not allowed.
Mm.
So I know this because I was driving a German car here and I got stopped by the police and it became a huge investigation. Do you remember this? And I actually had to change the license plates. I got fined and I had to change the license plates, and it goes on the value of the car. So just to give you guys like an insight, this can be anything starting from 2,000 euros up to 50,000 euros that you pay just to bring your car over from the UK and put Spanish plates on it. And you wouldn't even want to do that because you're on the wrong side of the road anyway. So if you're going to like Porto P, which is the shopping centre here, and you want to get out a ticket, you can't.
You've got to get out. If you haven't got a passenger, you've got to get out.
Yeah, you've got to get out.
If you've got a passenger, they can lean across and get it. But
yeah,
otherwise,
and it's also dangerous just for driving, and I don't think it's a thing.
We did it when we first came out in 2004, and it was fine to start with, in that we were going everywhere together, and it was, you know, like that kind of idea of going to Porto P and things like that. Oh, Lauren, going to reach across and get the ticket out, kind of thing. But as time went on, and you know, I was like here myself, and you know, and I was going maybe whatever shopping. It was a nightmare. And even reminding yourself, especially, I'm just looking across here because I know there's a roundabout there. Roundabouts are the one thing that I used to have to...
I kind of feel like if you're going to move here, you got to go all in for it. Like you got to get the car that's here. You got to get the Spanish plates. So also buying a car here in Mallorca can be much more expensive than buying it on the mainland. So I would definitely look into buying one on the mainland and then bringing it over, because you will save money.
Yeah, you do save money. You do save a lot of money, because we looked into it just now to buy cars, and they are more expensive. It's just pure laziness that we're not going to the mainland. Yeah. But, you know, as we're not buying it right this second, we might look at that then, you know. But
another thing is obviously learning Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that you absolutely have to make an effort to learn Spanish if you're going to move to Mallorca. Don't think like, oh, I'm going to be in the Calvia area, or I'm going to be in the Magaluf or Palmanova area. I don't need it. It really comes in handy, and you'll get much more respect from people.
I was going to say, it's not so much that you need the Spanish here, right? Because Spanish people have now had to learn a lot more English because of the amount of different nationalities that here, and English is the common language. But out of a sense of respect for the island that you live in, the place where you are, and the people that you're meeting, I think just to know some of the basics.
Learn Spanish.
It's a respectful thing.
It's a respect thing. Like, imagine people coming to the UK, like Swedish people coming, and all of a sudden we had to learn Swedish. Like,
no, it's not that. It's them. It would be like, it's like everywhere I go, I'll use me as an example. Everywhere I go, I'm expecting people to understand me.
Yeah, I can't stand
and
that.
If you are living here and you're going to, say, a government building, for example, to get, I don't know what, some piece of paper that you need or something, and I'm expecting them to speak English, that's just rude.
Yeah, no,
I'm living here. I'm living here. I'm not here on holiday. I'm not here for the weekend. I'm living here. So out of respect, I should at least be able to ask for whatever piece of paper it is, you know?
No, absolutely. Like, you know, learn Spanish, even try. It was so sweet. Like today in Coco's in Palma, this guy came in with his 2 daughters, and he was like, it was obvious he was English, but he was like trying to order in Spanish. And then Lulu said something to him, and he was like, whoa, this is too much. He was like, I'm learning. And I was like, that's so nice, you know, like, good for you, you know?
I mean, the thing is, you don't need to be sort of word perfect. And I think the thing about here that I've experienced is that people are very forgiving. So if you put the verb, you say it the wrong way.
Yeah.
They know what you mean. Instead of saying yo tengo,
yes
and you say yo tienes, people will know, oh, she means I have something. They know.
I kind of feel like again, the only time I've had hate is opening up my businesses in Palma. And today I had a guy. I just ignore it now. Sometimes,
is it that same guy?
No.
Oh.
Another guy. I was coming out of my car and he was like, mira esta, like, oh, look at her. And I thought, yeah, look at her, what? Like,
what is it
and I
you're
was going to
talking
say
about?
to him, like, ¿te puedo ayudar? You know, like, can I help you? And then I thought and then I was like, maybe he's crazy. So I was like, I'm not saying anything.
You don't know what's happened in his day, you know, I mean.
I know, but it's
who
like,
knows?
give it up. Like, yes, I'm a tourist and I've opened up a business. Big deal, you know, like, get over it. I can't deal with that.
I cannot deal with this cup.
It's from my business.
It's got a
Take off the lid.
That would have been an idea. Why didn't you
She's
suggest
dropped
that?
it all over and all over my seat as well.
It's not all of your seat. You've got a dot.
A dot.
I've got more on my jeans and on my top.
Right. Other things about living in Spain is house care.
What do you mean house care?
I feel like it's such a thing to find someone, if you're like going between Mallorca and the UK, that you have someone reliable here to check that everything is okay in your house. And finding that can be quite tricky.
You mean finding somebody trustworthy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where you maybe go to.
I've known people that have had like a housekeeper, and what they've done is they've checked like the mileage on their car, and then when they come back to Mallorca, the mileage just went up and the housekeeper's been driving the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say use a company, but then...
Yeah, like have a company.
Yeah.
Have a like good trustworthy company. And I think somebody that understands like your culture as well.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of people here that, you know, I know that if I was going away for a period of time, I could say I think there's about maybe 2, 3 people at a push. Definitely, I know one for definite that I would say to, look, there's the keys, going to go in and just check things for me, you know.
Hopefully that would be me.
Well, I was meaning apart from you. I wasn't meaning like you. No, I'm meaning like people that I know externally that, you know.
Yeah, got that.
No, I mean, families I get, well, it's not necessarily a given, but yeah. Yeah, there's I know that...
A few people that you can ask.
I could say, there's the keys, going to go in, and I know that it would be okay.
Let's talk about the cost of food here versus the UK.
Right, I think in general, food prices have gone up a lot here.
Right. I think it's cheaper than the UK.
It could be cheaper than the UK, but it has gone up here.
I think it has. That's for sure.
I think in the UK, because I still watch UK TV and you see the adverts, and there's a lot more kind of like deals and things like that, you know, like buy 2 things together and you get it for X amount. Whereas here it's like buy 2 things together and you'll pay double, you know.
Mercadona. Buy 2 things together and pay double. You know the woman that's like very enthusiastic and she'll be like, compra 2 cosas a la vez y te pagas el doble. And you're there like, ooh.
I know. I mean, I am the world's worst when it comes to going shopping because I just go in and I'll just, whatever I want, I don't look at prices and I just fire it into the...
Just Mama Jen
I'll tell you,
gets into it.
I know, I just don't care. But I'll tell you a funny thing was, so last week, go shopping and went to make the dinner. Now, there's these chicken skewers, and normally they're 6 in a pack. David gets 4 and I get 2.
Right.
So we cooked them and I put them on the plate and I went, oh.
One was missing.
They've cut down the price. They've cut down the amount, but the price is the same.
No.
Yes.
Is it in Mercadona?
And so, because I went like that to David, I said, have I given you the right... I thought, God, have I eaten what I should have given you? And he said, no. And he had a name for it. It's called like shrinkration or something, or shrink, you know, it's like shrinking the size, but the price stays the same.
Price.
Mm-hmm.
Mercadona.
So I thought that's very cheeky.
It is quite cheeky.
And it's kind of mucked up my dinner system now.
I kind of feel though it depends like on your diet. So also like the market, like for fish, that's expensive.
Fish is expensive.
It is expensive, I have to say, but it's so good. Like there's nothing like fresh fish from Mallorca. Did you know for only $3.99 a month, you can get an extra 20-minute X-rated podcast of Trendy Talk over on Patreon? So what are you doing? Go over there now and hit that subscribe.
The thing about here is you get a good... Do you know what I like about here compared to the UK is there's no well, you do get some, but not as much, like pre-packaged meals. You know what I mean? If you're going in and you want chili con carne, you're going to have to make it.
Yeah. I think that's like one thing. If we go back to UK, we love going to Marks and Spencer's and we're like, oh, chicken already cooked. Oh my God, amazing.
I know.
There's not that here.
No.
Like you don't have like, the salads are very like, it's kind of like basic-y. There's no place that's like, oh, wow.
No, there isn't.
That's why, like, honestly, I mean, I don't cook, not because I think I'm too good to cook. Because obviously my businesses are in gastronomy, I eat there. Blazy made the best zucchini pesto salad today.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
That's funny. We're doing it tomorrow.
Oh, is she? Oh, look at that. Well, it was so good.
Was that? Mind you, I did teach her.
Yes, you did teach her.
I did teach
her. But it was, I think it is very much like the cooking here is not so convenient than the UK, which I think is a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because you're eating cleaner and you're more aware of what you're eating.
That's exactly.
Whereas in the UK, it's very like, oh, just grab and go. And then it's just not such a healthy meal.
No.
I went into Nice Price today.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Nice Price is the British supermarket. It's in Port Owls area. It's called Nice Price. It's a rip-off, okay? But we do love it. You love it.
Love it. I mean,
I honestly go like total, like twice a year.
Twice a year.
I go one for Easter and one at Christmas. And I went in to see if they had Christmas crackers today.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, I told you before, it's the first week in November.
Right, well,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I go about once a fortnight.
I don't. I mean, do I go there? Like, you're just going there to buy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that needs to get cut down. Imagine you stopped buying that crap from Nice Price. By crap, we mean like sweets and chocolates and biscuits and stuff.
No, it's not even really that. It's more, that's where I will get a convenience food. Like
Really, for what?
chicken curry. It's already made.
Oh,
They've
is
got
it?
a chicken curry that's really good there. I have to be honest. The chicken curries. It really is good.
Right. But how much does it cost you?
Well, to get 2 portions is probably €10. It's like $4.95 a portion.
Because their prices are expensive.
They are expensive.
It is
And theirs have gone up because of the Brexit thing. Sorry, bloody Brexit.
Well, we touched on Brexit. What do we think about Brexit? We think it is a lot of rubbish.
Never voted for it.
I know,
Never voted for it.
Can I just say one thing? Please comment below if you voted for Brexit, because I don't know anyone apart from Katie Watkins that has voted to leave the European Union.
Right. Do you know what the problem was? A, people actually didn't know what they were voting for. And B, they were lied to at the time. C, David Cameron, who was the Prime Minister at the time, I don't think he thought it was actually going to happen. I think he was kind of, oh, right, we'll put it out to the vote, but nobody will vote for it and I'll be all right.
What a lot of rubbish.
He resigned the day after the result came in.
Oh, shit.
So, I mean, what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Right? I tell
you right now,
arse was making buttons, him.
It is horrible, the queues we have to wait in because of the British passport.
Absolutely fucking horrible.
The last time my mum and I travelled together, we had to make a stop. And we literally had like a flight to Barcelona and then we had to go Barcelona, Mallorca.
Which in theory was fine because we had 2 hours between each flight, which was plenty of time.
Absolute plenty of time.
And we had to go through immigration, pick up the suitcase and then check into the other one. Not a problem. Problem came, over to you.
Massive queue. Like, guys, we were in that queue for about 1 hour 45.
Yeah.
Just to get through it, just because we had a British passport.
And we missed our flight.
And we missed a flight. So brilliant. And it's just for that, it is such an inconvenience. But I swear, you will never meet someone that goes, oh, I actually voted for Brexit. Yeah, I voted.
But even
for
if you do meet somebody and they say, I voted for it, I bet you their reasons for it are not what actually was getting sold to them and wasn't the reality of it either.
I think Katie did it for like a laugh.
Oh.
And then she was like, oh shit, not funny anymore. So
no, the problem was it was the people that voted for it were in the middle of England and of a certain age.
Right.
Scotland didn't vote for it, and I'm one of those ones because I did not vote for it. Because why would I?
I've never voted in my life, so
no. And it was the middle part of England, and it was people over the age of, I think, 65.
All right. Fuel prices, Mallorca versus UK. What do you think?
We here are probably, I think they're about the same, actually.
About the same.
I don't think fuel, there's much difference. We were cheaper for a wee while here in Europe, but that was a few years ago. That was more COVID times and things like that. Nobody was freaking driving, so the fuel prices all went down and everything.
I would say like activities in Mallorca. I would say like if you're moving to Mallorca, your kids are going to be like more outside. They're going to be more international. And I would feel like there's a lot more free activities to do in Mallorca versus the UK. So for example, like here, I know families that go out a hike, that go to like Festival Park. But now it's not Festival Park, it's something else.
Oh, I know, it's called something else.
But it's like more outdoorsy. It's like more.
But that's more because of the weather and everything like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like on activities, you're spending less in Mallorca versus the UK.
I think in the UK, everything's maybe more inside things because you're going to the cinema.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to...
and I also think like kids getting brought up here are less likely to reach for the whole alcohol binging.
It's a different culture.
It's a different
they've got a different approach to things like that. You know, I'm not being naive and saying, oh, it doesn't happen here. You know, there's no drugs, there's no this. Of course there is. There's that everywhere. But as you've said, the culture and the lifestyle lends itself more sporty, outdoorsy, health,
like I feel like, for example,
that kind of thing.
She would rather go out and have a brunch than go to BCM.
Yeah, to go to a nightclub. Yeah.
Nightclubs in Mallorca have definitely I remember when I was growing up, there was so many nightclubs. Like there was Tito's, there was Abraxas, there was Pacha, there was King Kamehameha. I would do all four in one night. I mean, not that I was a big going out girl. If I went out, I would go with my friends. I would only drink Red Bull and I just wanted to go into different places. But they were like getting wasted. But now all those clubs that I've mentioned, they're all gone. Garito, I don't think it's there anymore.
No.
Is Garito still there? Garito? Don't know.
No.
I used to love Garito. We'd start off in Garito, go to Paseo Marítimo. Now it's like Paseo Marítimo. They've changed it so much. They've made like a huge bicycle lane. They've made it more like running friendly. They've made it like more for the tourist, like the cruise ships to come off and like really walk into Palma. They've invested so much into that.
Yeah, definitely.
That it's completely different. There was like Botellón, which was like, that Botellón is when you go... I don't know what it's called in English, but like...
bring your own bottle.
You basically go out in your car with alcohol and you would just park your car on somewhere like Paseo Marítimo and you would just drink like from your car with your friends and have your music on.
It was a bit more organised than that because somebody would bring the ice and somebody would bring the cups and somebody would bring the mixers and somebody brought the booze and everything like that.
It's an organised
mess.
mess.
Quite organised. It was quite it was civilised in a way.
I never knew what Botellón was. And then one time a friend of mine was like, oh, she wanted to go and see some friend of hers and it was on the other side of Paseo Marítimo. So it wasn't where the clubs were. It was on the other side. And I was like, okay, yeah, we can go. And I was like, oh my God, like it was insane. Like there was so many cars, just like music in different cars. They're all there having drinks, like standing next to their cars. And it was like a whole botillon thing. It's actually illegal. I think the police
cracked down on it. Because the other thing was, you think about it, all the clubs and pubs and everything like that was taking trade away from them.
Well, it wasn't so much that, the mess that was made afterwards.
That's what I was going to say.
It was a mess.
There's a whole load of things, so that the club owners were pissed off because people were on the street drinking instead of being in the club. And then the aftermath of it was just the mess on a Sunday morning.
Nightlife now in Mallorca is like much different. It's more like go out to a nice restaurant, have a nice like wine in a wine bar, a nice cocktail bar. It's not like when I was growing up, and I feel like they're much more stricter as well in the age. In Magaluf, different scenario. But yeah, I mean, I feel like growing up here in Mallorca was like amazing.
Yeah.
I really loved it. And going to the beach, I can tell you guys now, when you move to Mallorca, the last thing you want to do in summer is go to the beach. Like,
I
couldn't think of anything worse. See, when you see all these places on TikTok and Instagram and you're like, oh, if we lived there, we would do that every day. No, you don't. Like, you don't. You don't even want to go near those places. That is like a downside of Mallorca, is that in summer, the traffic is insane.
Parking is a
nightmare. And I think pre-summer and after summer is definitely when like people here like thrive that live here. They're like, oh, finally I can go to that beach, or like I can check out that beach club. Whereas during summer you're just like, no, I'm all right.
No, I mean, the thing is that there's a lot more, sort of positive things. I mean, for me, to hear you speaking Spanish fluently, to hear you, you're speaking German, and, you just switch between your languages and everything like that. For me, that's, you're saying about the education system back then, it wasn't that great. But to hear you doing those three things, I'm like, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what you've done with it, to open up the businesses, to give people the jobs that you've given. I mean, I know you get a bit of backlash from people, but that annoys me as well, because I feel it's saying, well, were you going to open the business? No. So what are you banging on about? What are you moaning at? And the thing is, it's not like you're only employing, like, I'm only employing British people. You've got, that's the thing. You're employing...
I've got everything from Mallorquin to Argentinian to Swedish to... What's Urti and her sister?
She is not Ukraine, Lithuanian.
She's the same as Nikita.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
I think...
Scottish.
Well, of course, goes without saying. Ira, she's from Ukraine, I think.
Yep, Ukraine. Love it.
So, I mean, that's the thing. You're giving these people that opportunity to go and do that and everything like that, and that's amazing, So,
what other things would you say is like a high point in Mallorca or a low point in Mallorca?
I just think, in general, the lifestyle here is so much more healthier. Even just like to be able to go out and sit in a cafe bar and have a coffee, take the dog with you. You can go for a walk. You can meet a friend. It's just more sociable. A downside to living here, traffic. That's the only thing I would say.
Well,
the biggest thing.
Traffic, and also things might take a bit longer.
Well, it's just that's just Mallorquin. So I mean,
I don't think it's Mallorquin. I just think it's because of the system. Things just take longer.
Wow.
For example, like another thing is like if you order something from the UK, Jesus Lord Christ, are you going to pay?
Yeah, but that's Brexit. That's nothing to do with
huge amount of money.
That's more the Brexit. That's the British side, not the Spanish side.
Yeah, but I'm just saying living here. I think
the thing about living here in Mallorca is, as opposed to like living in Spain in the mainland, is when you do order something, you've got to wait that extra 2 days or something, because it's going to go to Barcelona first, then it's going to come here, or it's going to go to Madrid and then it's going to come here. It's not going to come directly to here.
Yeah.
So that's a thing to, kind of keep in mind. Funnily enough, I was talking to a client today in the deli, and she's doing a house renovation, and I said to her, I said, oh, I know, give it up. I said, how's the renovation going? And she said, oh, great. She said, I've actually just been back in the UK. Bought some furniture there and I'm getting it all brought over. They're putting it in a van and bringing it over, yeah.
Why?
Because it's cheaper, she said.
Oh my God.
So I think it swings and roundabouts. It depends what you're doing, to what quality you're doing, and what it is.
Or if you're like, nah.
Yeah.
God, let me get my sunglasses on.
I know, you're in the sunshine.
We live in Mallorca, so it does get very sunny here. Protect your eyeballs.
Do invest in a good pair of sunglasses.
Do invest in a good pair of sunglasses and wear that sunscreen, people.
Oh, yeah.
Get your sunscreen on. Did you say Camille today?
No.
She was in Coco's.
Oh, I didn't see her. Lauren, I was busy.
She was gone. And if you move here, go to Can Pedro. It's like a Spanish restaurant.
Do you know something? You and I were meant to go there. We were meant to go one night, you, me and David, and we didn't go. Should have went there for my birthday.
Go there tonight.
No, we could do that.
Go there tonight. There you go. The beauty of living in Mallorca. Just let's go to Can Pedro. Let's go tonight.
To Can Pedro.
Let's not do it in summer. Yeah, guys. No, honestly, from my point of view, I just want to say, like, to anyone listening out there that is like, actually, do you know what? I've got kids and I'm worried about them growing up here, or is it a good idea? Yes, it is. It's the best thing ever. I wouldn't change it for the world. At the start, when I moved from the UK to here, I was very like, I hated it. I would cry and I was like, oh, my friends in Scotland, and
we were punishing you. I think.
Yeah, I was. My mum and dad were punishing me apparently, but honestly, it's been like the best thing ever. Like for me, I always say to people when they're like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Scotland, but I'm more Mallorquina than Scottish, because I know more about Mallorca than Scotland. Like, don't ask me where anything is in Scotland. I don't know. I am obsessed with palm trees. That's why we decided to film out here. We bought you some palm trees. You don't have that. You don't have palm trees in the UK. And
they do. Torquay have them.
What?
A place down in the south of England, Torquay, they've got palm trees.
Whatever, not like this one. This is different. And I just feel like it's definitely the best place ever. Like for growing up, living, just culture, lifestyle, everything. I just think that it's really important though to like learn the Spanish culture as well. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, definitely.
That's like for sure. Like, get your kids to have like Spanish food, get them to learn the language, get them integrating with Spanish kids as well, and not just having it like, oh, you know, we're having our UK friends or whatever. Yeah. That's my take on it. What's your last outro for the pod?
Right. So you're talking about Mallorcan food. Do you like olives, Lauren?
No, I don't like olives. Olives can really take a walk.
I know, take a hike.
No, I like pamboli.
Pamboli, love it.
I like a little coca. Little coca. Josep, our cameraman's Mallorquin. Coca is basically like a thin pastry with like chopped peppers, like oven baked peppers. You can get different types, but that's like the most traditional one. It's brilliant.
No, there is a lot of good cuisine. That is a good thing about here. You get a
little calamares.
And it's not always. The good thing is you've got Palma, and sometimes it's the little places up the back streets.
Get in the back streets, the dirty back streets of Palma.
That's where you get the proper.
Don't like sobrasada. No. That is basically Mallorquin
black pudding.
Black pudding. Let's put it like that.
That's the easiest way to describe it. Yeah. That's the best. Yeah.
But you know what I love about like Mallorquin people is they're just like so simple.
Yeah.
They just like the simple shit in life. It's like, get me a little cold beer, get me some tomatoes, rub it on toast. Yep. They love that.
Freddie was telling me a thing today. I said to him, oh, Freddie, I said to him in
Freddie's
Spanish.
our Mallorquin chef. Our Mallorquin chef.
And I said to him, I said, oh, you're just having toast? And he said, yeah. He said, my grandma had this. This is what she used to have. Just like un poquito tostado, de aceite, and un poquito sal.
Yeah.
Ya está, Jenny, ya está.
And I was like, a little bit of toast, olive oil, and salt. Boom.
And so
no, but it's just the simple things. Like a little Mallorquin olive oil. Love that. Also, another thing like that I love is like I've went to like I've done an olive oil tasting. I've went to an olive oil farm. I've been to a few, what are they called? Wine vineyards, even though I don't drink wine. But it's so nice to like learn like how much they put into this. They love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, move to Mallorca. That's it.
Come and see us.
And you can subscribe to our podcast as well, which we'll leave
come and meet
below.
us.
And thanks a lot for joining us outdoor here. If you are listening on audio, I highly recommend you to switch on to visual so you can see this beautiful island.
The beautifulness. Look at the view.
I know. Look at this
view,
folks.
Look at this.
Come. I know.
Wow.
Start of November. All right, guys. We will see you next week for the next episode. Stay trendy and see you at the next one.
Adios.